Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Raha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who have taught us this truth and rule well. Peace and salutations to the chosen and the elect. All right. I'm Ari Zabat out of the GMS Dallas camp. Okay. And this lesson here I'm going to entitle The Curse. All right. Normally when you hear that word, curses, those are totally two different things. Okay. You have the curse and then you have the curses. Okay. And, the Israelites were put up under the curses. Okay. For breaking the covenant. All right. And that was our punishment. You see, that's the first covenant. All right. Well, although you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who are the true Hebrew Israelites that are currently in captivity right now, that's a curse, man. That's part of the curses, all right? But you also have the curse. We're going to get into that as well. But these curses that are upon us, you get that in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, okay? Well, the part of our deliverance is going to deal with the curse. And the curse is going into, the angels and the chariots. Okay. So we're going to go into the curse. All right. And once the curse take place here, on planet Earth, all right, on that day, on the day of the Lord, the curses that are on the Israelites, okay, according to Deuteronomy 30:7, are going to fall upon our enemies. All right. So you have the Israelites who are under subjection of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and the other heathen nations. All right. We're under the curses. All right. So that's part of our deliverance when Yahweh shall return, is that these curses are going to fall upon our enemies. All right. And that's going to happen with the curse taking place on the day of the Lord. That's going to go out throughout the four corners of the earth. All right. So that's where I want to start and, get some precepts and get some edification on that. Okay. So let's go. Matter of fact, let's get Isaiah. Let's see how I want to start with this. Okay, let's get Isaiah 34. We'll go to that first, the first verse. All right. This is Isaiah 34 and verse 1, and it reads, "Come near, ye nations, okay, to hear and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it." Okay. So this is on the day of the Lord. Okay. When Yahweh shall return. All right. And this in World War III is going to be taking place. All right. And we done broke this down many of times, but for edification's sake, I'll go there real quick. This is Joel, the 3rd chapter, and it reads verse 1, "For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem." That means the southern and the northern kingdom. Okay. All right. All 12 tribes. Verse 2, "And I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat." Okay. This is where World War III is going to play out. Okay. In the area where Saudi Arabia is, "and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel." All right. "Whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land." So let me go ahead and deal with that right off the bat. Okay. Because he said my people. We got to figure out who his people are. All right. Let's get 1 Kings, okay, the 6th chapter. And we'll start from verse 11. because we got to get some context. All right. This is 1 Kings chapter 6 and verse 11, and it reads, "And the word of Yahweh came to Solomon, saying," verse 12, "concerning this house which thou art in building, if thou wilt walk in my statutes and execute my judgments and keep all my commandments to walk in them, then will I perform my word with thee, which I spake unto David thy father." All right. And here's the point in verse 13. "And I will dwell among the children of Israel and will not forsake my people Israel." So the Israelites are the most high people, man. Okay. It ain't the other nations. All right. So we got some context on what's taking place right here. All right. So back in Joel, the 3rd chapter, okay, and it reads again, "This is why Yahweh Shai is going to return, who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ." Okay. His name is Yahweh Shai, which means he delivers, he saves. Okay. And it reads, "I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat," which means Yahweh Shaphat, "and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel." All right. "Whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land." Okay. You see? So now that we understand why he's coming back and what this curse is going into. All right. Because with the Israelites being scattered among all the nations, those Israelites, which we are today, currently now, we under the curses, man. The Hebrew Israelites. Okay. That's a curse. You see? But that's not the curse. Those are just, one of the curses under the curses. All right. You see? Okay. So back to Isaiah 34th chapter. All right. We're going to start from verse 1 again. And then we're going to get into the curse after verse 2. And it reads again, "Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it." Verse 2, "For the indignation of Yahweh," which means his righteous anger, "is upon all nations." You see? So all nations about to get the business. That's including the wicked 2/3 of Israel, man. So this is for everybody. This is a universal judgment ass whooping, man. Okay? "For the indignation of Yahweh is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies." See? So this is World War III being taking place right now. "He had utterly destroyed them and had delivered them to the slaughter." And we're going to see how that's going to be taking place, because that's going to happen through the curse. All right. So let's get Isaiah, the 24th chapter. All right. This is Isaiah chapter 24. And since we already have context, we'll just go right into verse 6. Okay. Well, no, I'll just go ahead and start from verse 4. This is Isaiah 24 and 4. And it reads, "The earth mourned and faded away, and the world languished and faded away, and the haughty people of the earth do languish." Okay. So meaning that, what Esau Edom through his rulership. Okay. Because he's the hammer of the earth. All right. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay. So there's mourning because this man is just creating wicked all over the earth, man. No one can, no matter, you got people, who's making good money, living paycheck to paycheck. Okay. Then you got people who on welfare and benefits, they getting them taken away from them. Okay. They're getting their conditions, health wise, are in disarray because of what this devil is putting throughout the earth, by putting chemical trails in the air, okay, tainting the water, poisoning the water. All right. putting fluoride in the water, okay? Um, tainting the food. You see, he weaponizing everything that is good for you, through Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, man. When he made the earth and everything that's in it, he said it was good, okay? You see? But this devil here, the people are mourning and languishing, man. All right? In verse 5, and it reads, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinances, broken the everlasting covenant. Okay? And all these things, under this devil's rulership, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, like changing the ordinances, like the month. You have the Gregorian calendar, all right, that's a stumbling block for our people, why they can't understand which day, can't understand the Sabbath by the moon, all right, the lunar calendar, okay? So these are things that's changing the ordinances, man, all right? So, and there are many other things that this devil is doing. They have our people going off, man. He's adverse to everything of the Most High, okay? Telling our people they don't have to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. When the scripture says the law, statutes, and commandments is good, we should rehearse the righteous acts. You see? Although we know they're not going to save you, because your Yahushua is going to do that. And that's what we're getting into right now. In verse 6, this is what we really want to get to the point on. And it reads, therefore had the curse devoured the earth. You see that? And that's different from the curses, all right? And we're going to get into that. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men are left. Okay? That means something's going to take place on earth. All right. So let's get matter of fact, let's get a precept to that. So it's going to fall right in line with what we're about to get into. Let's get Revelation 11:18. Okay. This is Revelation chapter 11, verse 18, and it reads, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, okay? And the time of the dead, that they should be judged, that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. And that's going to happen through the curse. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's get Zechariah, okay? The 5th chapter. All right. We're going to start from verse 1, and it reads, then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, behold, a flying roll. Okay. So what Zechariah was seeing right here was a chariot, okay, that Yahweh Shah going to come back on. And we're going to get that. Okay. A chariot, it'd be what you would call today a UFO, which is an unidentified flying object. Okay. An unidentified flying object. All right. That's what a chariot is. Okay. According to these scriptures. All right. So this is what Zechariah is seeing. Okay. And we're going to hold that for a second. And let's get Isaiah real quick. And then, as a matter of fact, we're going to go back to Isaiah 24 so we can get the definition of the curse. Okay. But this is Isaiah 47. And let's see, we start from verse 4. Okay. And it reads, as for our Redeemer, Yahweh of hosts, that's the army of hosts, and his name, the Holy One of Israel. Okay. So, a matter of fact, I should have started from verse 3. This is Isaiah 47:3, and it reads, "Thy nakedness shall be uncovered," talking about Babylon the Great. "Yea, thy shame shall be seen." Okay, so all of the wickedness and evilness that Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, has done on the earth, okay, it's going to be seen on the day of the Lord. And all this going to happen within 1 hour, okay? It's judgment. And it reads again, "Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man." And that's Yahushua, okay? Our deliverer. When he return, you see, he's going to return in his glory, all right? But he's going to be on the chariots. And it reads, "As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts," which is the army of hosts, the chariots is his name, the Holy One of Israel, okay? So the Yahweh of hosts, which is the army of hosts, is his name. This is how he's going to come back, okay, and bring judgment on the earth, which is that curse, all right? So let's get the definition of that. We're going to go back. We're going to come back to Zechariah, the 5th chapter. But let's go back to Isaiah 24, okay, because that's what I wanted to get as well, which is in verse 6, 24 and 6, okay? And it reads, let's find it. Okay, the curse. Okay. This is Strong's H423, and it reads Allah. Okay, which means the curse. All right. The first definition is oath of a covenant, curse from the Most High, from men, execration. And then when you go into that word execration, that goes into hating, okay? Judgment going out, for something that was done, from hating. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and get it. Let me see if I can just get the definition. Web search. Yep. We're going to get the web search for that. We go just once. All right. When you go into that word, execration means the act of cursing, denouncing, or detesting something or someone intensely, or the curse itself, often involving strong hatred, condemnation, or imprecation. You see? Means, and then if you keep reading, it means hate or curse. All right. So this is what's going to take place. You see? When Yahweh shall return. All right. That's what that curse is. All right. So back to Zechariah. All right. Let's get Zechariah 5:1 again. And it reads, "Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll, a so-called UFO, which are the chariots." Okay. So just like Yahweh Shah said, he's not going to meet thee as a man in Isaiah 47:3. Okay. He said that in Revelation as well. Let's get that. Revelation 1:8, I believe. And it 18. Is it 1:18 or 1:7? 1:7. And it reads, "Behold, he cometh with clouds," which are the chariots. Okay. The so-called UFOs, "and every eye shall see him." Okay. You see that? So when he come with the chariots, everybody's going to see what Zechariah is explaining right here. Okay. So Zechariah is saying, "Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll." Verse 2. "And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits." So he's given a description of it. Okay. Verse 3. And it reads, "Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth, See, that's why every eye's gonna see when he come, man. See, this is gonna happen over the face of the whole earth. The chariot's gonna be all over. This is on the day of the Lord, man, that we just read in Isaiah that's going into Isaiah 34. All right, with World War III. This is how his appearance gonna come. Yahweh Shai is gonna come with the army of hosts, man, which are the chariots, the so-called UFOs. You see the picture being painted. You see, verse 3. And I'm going to read it again. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it. And that's going into Esau, Edom. Because what did he do? He stole this land. Okay. He said he discovered it. All right. When he stole it from the northern kingdom, man, almost committed genocide on the so-called Native Americans. You see, and everyone that swear it shall be cut off as on that side according to it. All right. And that's what this devil does. You know, we don't supposed to be swearing at all. But at the same time, he'll have you going this court system, putting your hand on the Bible, swearing, knowing that that's being adverse to the Most High. What we just read, this wicked man. That's, you know, part of changing the ordinances, man. This man is adverse to the scriptures. OK. You see? And there's a for stealing, hey, there's a law for that. Let's get that. This is Exodus chapter 21, verse 16. And it reads, and he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. What you think gonna happen when Yahweh shall return with this curse, man? You see? This curse that's going forth, all right, this is what's gonna be destroying the earth, man. As a matter of fact, while I'm reading that, let's get Isaiah 34, okay? And we're going to skip down to verse 9, I believe. Okay, this is Isaiah 34:9, and it reads, and the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch. Okay, that's like black tar. All right, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become burning pitch. Okay, and that's because of the curse that we're reading about now. Those Yahweh Shai and the chariots, man, and the angels. Okay, them laser beams, including the nuclear thermal heat from the ICBM missiles, man, that's gonna be burning this place. It says in that, and the land thereof shall become burning pitch. It's talking about Babylon the Great, all right, which is America. See, that curse is gonna be taking place. It's gonna be causing this to go forward, you know, along with the missiles, man. You see, all right. Verse 4, and it reads, I will bring it forth, said Yahweh of hosts, the army of hosts, the angels, okay, and the chariots. And it shall enter into the house of the thief. And who is the thief? Esau, Edom, okay, which is Babylon the Great. And into the house of him that swear falsely by my name. You see, he calling himself the people, all right, saying he's the original people. He ish. When they aren't the people, they're the imposters that you speak about in Revelation, the 2nd chapter, you see. And into the house of him that swear falsely by my name, Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, okay. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. You see that? That's swearing falsely by his name, all right. And it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof. So what we just read in Isaiah 34:8, verse 9, okay, that's going into this curse, man, which are the chariots, all right? Yahweh Shai and the angels, man. In verse 5, and it reads, then the angel that talked with me went forth and said unto me, lift up now thine eyes and see what is this that goeth forward. Okay. So this is what's coming. Okay. Judgment is coming to this place. All right. You see? All right. So when you go into this word, the curse, all right, this is going into the destruction that's going to take place here on Babylon the Great, man, on the day of the Lord. All right. So he's going to deal with all nations, what we just read in Isaiah the 34th chapter, verse 1. This is his righteous anger. And how he's going to do this, he's going to bring forth World War III after Jacob's trouble and Esau, Edom try to, issue out this NWO, man, this New World Order, all right, and bring forth that MOTB, which is the RFID micro C-HIP, you see? And that's going to bring forth World War III. That's why, these prophecies, man, all right, they're speaking that you read about in Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, okay? They're speaking, all right? That's why we're seeing chariot sightings more and more, okay? They're going to continually heighten up, all right? They're going to be seen more frequently. We be seeing them at camp, throughout your day, at night, all right? So judgment is coming to this place, okay? Again, death to Babylon the Great, all right? And captivity to all of our enemies, you heathens, okay? And, we shall be changed. And this is going to the elect, man. You see? And we're going to, meet our power, man. All right? When he come and deliver the elect out of Israel, when his judgment take place, you see? So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. And with that, I want to give our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahal HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who have taught us this truth and rule well. Peace and salutations to the chosen and the elect. Shalom.